Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another retro gaming review. And now I give you Game Over, released by Spanish software publisher Dinamic in 1987, but I believe released via Imagine in the UK. Now, this initially caused quite a furore because of the cover art of the original packaging, which featured a rather buxom female character with half of each of her nipples exposed. Now, because of YouTube's policies, I'm very loath to actually show that on this, so better err on the side of caution due to their policies regarding nudity. And although it's not strictly speaking nudity, it does get a bit worrying for them when you start to see women's nipples. And even though you don't see them in their entirety, that has caused problems. Even that kind of thing has caused problems for other YouTube users. So I'm not going to risk it. So basically, you play as a character named Arkos, and you're trying to go from left to right in this horizontal shoot 'em up. I won't say horizontally scrolling because it doesn't actually scroll. And you're trying to destroy an empress named Gremla. So enough of the backstory. Let's just get on with the game. So I've selected keys. Let's press play. And here's Arkos. And you can shoot these barrels and get all sorts of different power-ups, and you have all these enemies that can surprise attack you, and they can come out of nowhere when you've just entered a screen, cause considerable amounts of colour clash, and oh, that's good. I've got a whole slew of grenades now. God, did I need. Another thing that bothers me about this game is the jumping mechanics of Arkos. I mean, his controls are incredibly floaty. Blimey hell, those things take off a lot of damage. Oh, shit! Oh, great. That's nice. It sent me back to the start and I don't get those power-ups again. Oh, so it seems like any barrels that I shoot to get power-ups from the first time around will not be there for the rest of the game. Oh, goodness me. No, see, why do they have to appear right behind you when you first enter the screen? That's so cheap. God, what? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Now, from what I understand, the game actually has two separate parts, and you actually cannot even do anything in part 2 unless you've completed part 1, because you get a code that you get asked for, and if you haven't got it, you can't play part 2. God, look at that colour clash. God, can't you destroy those things? I mean, oh, you absolute shitbag. Why do you have to be so far away for those grenades? See, that's a grenade. It throws them in this really annoying arc, so it's oh, you absolute bastard. Right, so don't touch the things that look like those mines, because they kill you instantly by the looks of things. Oh, I shouldn't have got that power up. I didn't actually need it. I might have needed it for the next life that I'm inevitably going to lead, because this game's so flipping hard. Its idea of challenge. See, those grenades just seem to go straight through him. Move, you dickhead. Oh, I've got a bit of a shield. Will you move, you bellend? God bloody hell. This colour clash is horrendous. I can only just make out those... Oh, those turret guns are so cheap. Oh, great. Where am I meant to get up there then? Look at that. Oh, like that. Oh, I actually have to go up there. You absolute wanker. Oh, you've got to be joking. These controls are so floaty. And I think people probably got suckered into this game just because of that cover art with whatever her name was with her bits poking out. God, I can't move without those power-ups. I'm powerless to get past these things. I can't seem to blow them up at all. One more go. Yeah, definitely better get that. Those are grenades. Get up there, you tit. Yeah, definitely getting that. No, I won't get that yet. So it seems like that's a shield that allows you to take a certain number of hits before it dissipates. Or is it one of those that just lasts for a short time? Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, alright, get on with it. God. This game's unfair. Oh shit! Oh, that was close. Why are these controls so floaty? Will you move, you bellend? What am I meant to get up there? You wanker. You... Oh, God. The gun that Arkos has is so feeble. Oh, I've got to go up there. Look at this. They're absolutely hanging around at the top of that ladder. How the bloody hell am I meant to get up there? Look at this. This is ridiculous. Oh, I see. So I actually have to use grenades because they just hang around up there like a bad smell. God, let me get up there. Oh, this is ridiculous. See, look, you have to take a hit. That is absolutely outrageous. Oh, God. I've got virtually no power. Oh, this is so... didn't stand a chance. I was just getting absolutely bombarded with enemies. Right back to the bloody start. And of course, I've got precious little of those power-ups I had before. Because I had to use those blooming grenades just to get past those green whatever the hell they were. See, these things just absolutely rip through your... Move! Oh, it wouldn't let me jump forward for some damn reason, even though there's clearly nothing there. Right, I've had enough of that. So that's game over for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. A ridiculously hard game, which is typical of Dinamic, but at least in something like Navy Moves, I actually felt like I stood a chance. This game is just plain unfair. Oh, God. So, graphics. they're quite colourful, and they're reasonably well animated, and some interesting enemies. Although they could have done with cutting back on some of the background detail, because the colour clash is absolutely horrendous at times. I mean, this is a game that came out in 1987. There shouldn't really have been that much colour clash in a Spectrum game by that point. Sometimes it's just barely noticeable. I mean, Double Dragon had quite a bit of colour, and although the effectively the background colour of the sprites took on whatever was in the background, it wasn't so distracting. In Game Over, it is quite distracting and very blatant, and it can actually make it a bit hard to see what's happening at times. Sound is pretty good for 48K Spectrum sound effects. I don't know what it would have been like on the 128K, so I couldn't get a 128K version to work. But nice sound effects for shots and the like. Can't really expect too much for a 48K Spectrum. Its sound capabilities were pretty limited. Gameplay. Well, as it's a dynamic game, it's way too hard. It just throws absolutely loads of things at you, and sometimes having so many enemies on the screen causes a bit of slowdown. And Arkos seems to have some really floaty jumping mechanics, and I'm not really sure that it works all that well. It makes jumps a bit trickier to judge than it really needed to be. And it's one of those where you can't actually change the direction of your jump whilst in mid-air. You can switch to facing the opposite direction, but you can't actually change the direction in which you're going. But the biggest bugbear is that it sends you right back to the start of the level every time you die, and you will, because this game is just ridiculously hard. Loads of things to actually do, so you don't actually get bored, but the fact that the difficulty level is cranked up so high will put a lot of people off, unfortunately. And all the nipple breastage on show in the original cover art, which was modified when the game was re-released on budget, so that bit was no longer visible. And it all isn't going to change the fact that this game's a bit of a dud. So I'm going to give Game Over on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum 5 out of 10. There was a pretty promising game there, and there's loads to do and plenty of action and quite a few extra weapons, but the game is just ridiculously hard, and it's such a shame. So anyway, hope all of you enjoyed that review. Hope to catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.